Feeling brave tonight? How brave? Brave enough to do battle with hideous monsters? Brave enough to sneak around dank castles in the dark and chance being the next victim?
Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Andrew, and joining me today for Trash Tapes is Aaron Gosher.
Hello!
Oh yeah. Now, I have a special tape. A tape I've been saving for a long time, just for you. I found this tape on a little trip to New Jersey in a Goodwill, and I don't know why I saw this tape and I was like, Aaron and I have to watch this tape together.
Frightened.
Maybe it's because it's a little tape I've never heard of called Dragon Strike. And it has the worst computer animated scorpion half man on the front. It just looks like awful 90s, 80s Lord of the Rings. It might be like one of those VHS that you play as like a board game, that came with like a board game. I have no idea. All I know is that it says filmed in hyper reality, an electrifying mix of live action and computer animation.
I'm seriously frightened right now about what this is about to turn into.
I have no idea. You got some sweet graphics on the back. You got like a wizard that's glowing pink. Looks like an elf and a barbarian. Looks pretty amazing, actually. Yeah, Aaron, do you want to read the back for us?
Oh man, I'm pretty excited. It looks like something like you'd see in like a bad version of a RPG video game or something like that.
Yeah, it looks like really bad video game quality. Back when they tried, like Command and Conquer, where they would try and film it live action and then digitize it, and it looked awful.
But no one ever even heard of this, apparently.
Yeah, I've never heard of that in my life.
Well, I'll read you the story of Dragon Strike.
Yeah, tell me about Dragon Strike.
A magical kingdom, once peaceful and lush, now it lies shrouded beneath the cloud of doom, trapped in perpetual night. Into this realm stride four unlikely heroes, a warrior, wizard, thief, and elf. Together they must face their greatest challenge ever, to conquer a deadly sorcerer and lift his curse of darkness. It's an epic adventure in a land where dragons rule the sky, and danger lurks at every turn.
That's
wow.
So basically the best fantasy movie ever written.
Just a fantasy. I can't wait. For 97 cents at Goodwill, it's gotta be amazing.
Oh, it's gonna be great. I mean, just look at the cover alone says it all. You got some blonde-haired barbarian fighting. I love how you can't even make out the face. It's just like complete pixels. Like, it's so bad.
Like they must have just taken a screenshot from the movie and didn't even like edit it to make it look.
Like instead of doing like a cool fantasy painting, they're like, nah, it's good enough. Just throw it on the front. Kids don't care. Or at the time, they're like, this is amazing.
This is the best. It's ultra high def or whatever you were saying.
Yeah, it filmed in hyper reality.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
Whatever hyper reality is, we're gonna find out. All right, we're gonna pop this baby open.
Sounds good.
Journey into the dark nether. And hopefully we make it back from hyper reality.
I hope so.
And we'll let you know how it goes. Let's do it.
Sounds good.
Is this like a video game? Sorta. But it uses the most powerful information processor in the world. Your brain.
Cool, so how do we play?
Do we have to read a bunch of rules?
Not this time. This time I'm the Dragon Master, and you are the adventurers.
Is it okay if I watch until I get the hang of it?
You don't need the hang of anything. Imagination is all you need. Close your eyes. Open your mind, and I'll transport you to another realm. Created by a sunstone, and comes from the castle of Teraptus. Imagine you're a warrior with arms of steel. Imagine you're a thief who slips stealthily like a shadow in the night. Imagine you're a wizard with magic coursing through your veins. Imagine you're an elf who silently stalks through the forest with a deadly bow. Imagine the treasure, the power, and imagine the evil you will smite on your great adventure.
Check. Check. All right, so we survived Dragon Strike. Yes. In hyper reality.
It was really hyper. I'm pretty hyper after this movie.
So, yeah, I can't contain myself how hyper I was watching this. So, do you want to kind of just break it down, what we just watched? Vaguely?
It was vaguely just a quest of, like, it starts off in a castle, and there's, like, a bro of a swordsman dude, and there's
a bro of magnificent proportions.
That's right, he's got his big sword, He-Man, basically. And we've got our thief and a wizard and an elf. And they have to fight the dragon and the sorcerer or whatever.
Yeah.
And all kinds of craziness ensues.
We were pretty much right. It's a companion VHS tape that goes along with the board game that was back in the 90s. It's kind of like D&D, like Dungeons and Dragons. But it basically is just to get you hyped.
That's right.
To get you excited to play this board game.
You just want to put on your black turtleneck and just get ready.
Yeah.
The information you're about to hear could mean the difference between life and death.
What's that?
Imagination.
Unleash your imagination, yeah.
That's right. You need to, as a dungeon master, you need to unleash your imagination.
This is a special section of the tape for Dragon Masters only.
So, yeah, it's just a companion tape for a board game, but it opens up like it's pitch black, and all of a sudden this guy's face is like, "Welcome to a night of mystery and excitement." You're like, "Oh my gosh, who are you?" It kind of explains the game, but not really. It's more just like an animated / realistic quest to get you excited.
Yeah.
It's like a little adventure, and then at the end, they're like, "Hey, everybody leave the room except for the Dragon Master. Whoever the Dragon Master is, stay around and I'll tell you a secret." And then he tells you to be like, just have fun, basically.
Basically, follow the rules.
Follow the rules.
Because that's awesome.
Because if you don't, no one will have fun.
As the Dragon Master must make the world unfold before their very eyes.
By hyper reality, they mean green screen, or back then a blue screen. Everything was filmed on a green screen. They removed the backgrounds and had like hand-painted, illustrated like stuff.
Yeah, and it was interesting because you had all that live action, and then like everything else was like at some point, or a lot of the things were like them just walking in real life in front of a blue screen, but they're like there's mountains and there's a castle and there's all sorts of things.
Honestly, for 1993, it looked pretty cool. Like, it was a pretty good attempt. You can tell they put some effort into it. Like, now, obviously, it doesn't hold up. It looks really corny. But back then, I could imagine it looked like, oh, that's pretty cool. Also, there's, like you said, there was the warrior character who was just, like, a big, beefed-up surfer bro with long blonde hair. Like, they literally looked like they took him off Muscle Beach and were like, wear this cloak, take this sword, and be a warrior. Like,
he should have said bro. Like, every line at the end of the line, you're like, dude, bro. Surf's up, bro.
Dude, you get the best barrels ever, dude. Just like, you pull in, and you just get spit right out of them. And you just drop in and just smack the lip. Whoop-ah! Drop down, snap, and then after that, you just drop in, just ride the barrel and get pitted. So pitted.
The story was very vague. Oh, my favorite character, the dwarf. They find this dwarf on their journey, and he's like imprisoned in the castle, and he's just pissed. He hates everybody and everything. I couldn't tell if it was the actor, like he was mad to be on the set, or if it was the character choice, but he was just pissed. He's like, "Ah, you stupid blunderhead, I hate everybody, ah, my hammer."
Why don't you use it to knock the wall down? Because I don't have my hammer, you dunderhead! I'm walled in here!
A hammer, I'm gonna use my hammer.
Yeah. And then they resolve it like that. Like, they're on this epic journey.
Yeah, there's this whole quest where they're going to like fight the bad guy, and there's the dragon and everything like that. And they get to that whole room, and then they end up like fighting the sorcerer, and they kind of like just drop something on him or drop something on the stone, and that breaks,
shatters,
and then like he turns into a dragon, and they like jump through a magical mirror, and then they're like, oh cool, we saved the world, but there's still a dragon out there.
Yeah, like they teased the dragon earlier, and they're like, oh, dragon, it's too powerful, let's disappear. And then at the end, the main wizard bad guy turns into a dragon. They jump through a mirror back to the original castle, And then they're just like, oh, don't worry about the dragon, break the mirror, and then that's it. Like, they're like, oh, well, we did it. Good job.
Even though they walked to the castle, so the castle's not that
Yeah,
far.
that was the best part. Because of, like, the combination of real life and, like, matte paintings, they're like, there's the evil castle over there, and it looks out the front door of the castle they're in, and it looks like it's literally across the street. Like, they could, like, just walk 2 steps to it.
Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, there's the evil castle, and it's like they never noticed that it was...
Oh, that awful... looming dark castle of doom. Didn't realize that was out my front door.
Oh, your neighbors, you never know what's going on with them.
The castle of Taraptus.
Oh, there's a scene on here with the owlbear.
Owlbear. That was great because the owlbear was supposed to be half... was supposed to be half owl and half bear, but the whole time you were like, is it a lizard? Is it a gargoyle? Like, what is it?
Yeah, they showed it, and it looked like a lizard, bird, bat creature, but it had giant elephant tusks, and it would, like, talk to itself. It was like, oh, I'm working in the castle. Whoo! And they would just whoo every once in a while.
The only owl feature of it was the who.
Yeah, I hate working for sorcerers. Sorcerers! Like this miserable Taraptus. They never pay. You always end up broke. I just told you! I mean me!
What is this thing?
You miserable...
An owlbear. They're not nearly as extinct as they should be.
Here except you and me! Try flattering him. I talked to you. I can have better company up here. And, you know...
Hey! Handsome!
Hey, come back!
They had a lot of comedy elements where people are like, yuck, 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 and bumping heads. But in the beginning,
It was like a bloodbath.
they're like killing people. There's blood. There's people getting decapitated and cut in half. And so, like, it's like they started out like, we'll make this super awesome and action packed. Then they're like, oh, it's for children. It's like Star Wars. They're made for kids. But then Episode 3 is like on fire and cut limb from limb. I don't know. It was weird and goofy, but it's amazing. Like, it's of its time. Mm-hmm. I mean, to you, is it worthy of the trash can, or how do you feel about it? Do you see it as a trash tape?
I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I enjoyed it for its like goofiness. Like,
it has charm.
It has charm. I don't know if I would watch it again. Though.
Yeah,
that's one of those things where I'm like, oh, come on, Aaron, we're watching Dragon
Come on, pop it in. Dragon Strike. Here we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's a novelty for sure. It's got this extreme high novelty value to it. The replayability is low because you've watched it once. Mm-hmm. You don't need to see it again.
I don't think it's the worst thing ever, though.
No.
I mean, I don't know if it's trash worthy because of.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know if I'd watch it again. What defines the trash ability?
That's the thing. Yeah, we never really.
Think it's as good as Pengu?
Pengu? What? I don't know how Pengu. Jeremy or you have Pengu somewhere because I don't know what happened to that tape. I don't know how that tape survived.
Jeremy stole it.
Yeah, I think he stole that one. We never set strict parameters of what is and what is not a trash tape, so I think it's really subjective to whoever's on the panel. I don't know. It has a lot of charm.
Which way are you swaying? I'm curious here.
I mean, I was entertained. I'm not gonna lie, it made me laugh. Not because it was actually funny, but because it was like so corny.
Yeah.
It's not like Hall of Fame status. Like it's not like it should be put up on a shelf. Like this is amazing. I don't want to snap it in half. I'm not like mad at it.
Well, it wasn't like it was like you wasted your entire life.
No, and it's 33 minutes.
It was short, so you're.
That's the thing. That's a big redeeming quality. It's not like watching My Uncle the Alien on episode 2 or whatever I watched. That was one of the worst things I've ever had to endure.
What was that one with the island that was the mini series that we watched one time?
Oh, that was bad.
With Jean-Luc Picard on it.
Yeah, that was awful. Now B-Movie Battles, we watched that.
Wow,
that was awful. That one was like I wanted to just snap the DVD in half. So it's not like that.
Yeah, it's not like that.
I don't know. I might. You're right. You're right, though. It's never. When are you going to watch it again?
I can be like, oh, here we go, Dragon Strike.
Or you can try to find the board game, because then you shouldn't throw it out.
Well, that's true. But are we ever going to play the board game? You can easily play Dungeons and Dragons. You don't need the tape or the board game. For all those reasons, I don't know. I think it needs to live in the trash can, but not die. It just it needs to live on in the trash.
Yes.
But not necessarily be destroyed.
I would agree with that.
All right. So, Dragon Strike, a lot of charm, very interesting, a product of its time, but you're going in the trash. Aaron, if you want to pull the lid up.
Oh man. I think I can get it up 2 weeks.
Woo! All right. Goodbye, Dragon Strike. Thank you for your horrible CG and hyper. All right. All right. Well, thanks, Aaron, for joining me on this episode of Trash Tapes.
It's been fun.
Watch out for those scorpion men and minotaurs.
I don't know. I might have to look out for around the house.
And we'll catch you next time on another trashy episode of Trash Tapes. See ya!
See you later.